support them and clap and not boo. But the news says a town hall meeting. Well, people are going and messing up those staged events. They're going and showing that they're staged and fake and a fraud. Think about how exciting this is, that the people in the model of 1776 are going out and are engaging these New World Order creeps and their minions and their media whores, and we're finding out that they're not gods. They're not supermen and women. They're afraid of us. They're upset. They flip out when we ask them simple questions. They flip out when we bring up issues. They're going to pieces. And that's the key here. The New World Order is smart. They have a lot of managers. They study human activity. They have a lot of money. They print the money. But they don't have our hearts and minds. They don't have our acquiescence if we don't go along with them. And where the people go, they have to follow. And so this explosive action of the people going out and physically getting in their face is such a beautiful thing, and it is changing the reality. It is bringing and injecting real issues into events all over this country and all over the world, and this is the beginning of the real revolution that I believe is going to bring down the global slave system known as the New World Order. Yeah. They intended to use 9/11. They said, your world has changed. You no longer have rights. You do what we say. Everything's different. And just like with the judo move, they attacked us with their terrorism, and we took the fact that they did that and took their energy and just stepped aside as they fell right on their face in Afghanistan, in Iraq, and here in the United States and worldwide. They went too far. And if they do it again now, it's going to blow up even bigger in their face. We got Rumsfeld on tape saying he wants another 9/11. It would help him. We have all these Republican memos and Democratic memos and CFR memos saying they want more terror. And now the majority of the public is learning about it and going, my gosh, they really did do it. So now we've taken their favorite tool of staging events and we've crushed it right in front of them. But don't think for a minute that there's not a price to pay for those of us on the front lines. You know, I wish I could have put everybody in here. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of other We Are Changing 9/11 Truth videos we were sent. We're going to put a lot of those in the extras of this film. It'll be out July 4th when we're going to release the DVD and put it out on the web. The film's not completely done. It's about 98%, so please don't film it or post it on the web because I want it to be the official film that gets out to everybody. And then I want you to get it out, and I want you to spread it on the web for free. But when you see Luke Radowski and you see these retired police, security people saying, we're going to plant bombs on you, we're going to send you to prison, we know you're not a terrorist, but we're going to say you're a terrorist. You see, that's on tape. Just like when I got arrested in New York and they said, what did he do? He hit a cop. And I said, guys, there's a lot of cameras, don't set me up. And they were looking, they go, are we going to do it? I got the New York cops, are we going to set him up? That's America, folks. That's what most police are like now. See, the general public doesn't even know that yet. It's worse than the movies. Oh, he's got a bomb. You don't have a bomb, I know, but you're still going to go 30 days in the hole. Officer, he just made threats. And it's all unedited. Exactly what happened. And the cops come over and go, yeah, he's got a gun. They grab his little video camera. Here's a gun. Now you got a gun. Pointed at an officer. That's Nazi Germany, folks. That's tyranny. And the police are like that in Austin. The police are like that in New York. They're like that in LA. I've seen it everywhere. Does that mean all the police are? No. But it's so evil and corrupt now that they will frame people while the video camera is rolling. The evil is so normal and so regular to them that they just do it right out in the open. And if I wouldn't have had all those cameras on me when I got arrested at Ground Zero, I would probably be facing felony charges of assaulting police when I didn't touch them. So understand that that proves the tyranny right there. And people out there watching on the web want to laugh about this. And a couple of years from now, your daughter is going to be speeding, and she's going to go through a 60 where it cuts down to a 30 real fast like they have on those speed traps, and she's going to get 10 years in prison. And you're going to cry and freak out about that and go, this isn't right. Well, it wasn't right that you ignored this video on the web. It wasn't right that you denied that that was tyranny. You know, there's thousands of cases of this every year that are admitted. Take Dallas, Texas, one of the worst. I talk about it all the time because it's so incredible. They pulled over thousands of fancy cars randomly and just dropped bags of chalk in the back and seized them. No judge, no jury, no arrest. They just took their cars. We have to get this government off our backs and out of our lives. Because in my final close here, the private banks that own this country have bought the world because they issued liquidity out of fiat, out of nothing. But they're leaving us holding the bag with taxes to pay off the debt on that fiat currency while they bought up real assets and infrastructure and commodities. And that's why they, for 20 years, have been building the military and the police and training them against us and brainwashing them against us. Is because they are going to leave us holding the bag. We're going to build the New World Order empire, we're going to fund it, and then we're going to be handed bankruptcy and a third world banana republic police state with a bunch of fools ruling over us. And the average cop out there who's a good man or woman, I know you don't want that to be your future. And everything I've said is documented. Everything I've said is on the record. So please realize that we are part of history. And it is up to us to defeat evil. It is up to us to stand up against this New World Order. If we don't do it, nobody will. And for people out there on the fence, you're not on the fence. You're in the middle of the road getting run over. You don't have a choice. Just like George Bush said, and it's true. He said, you're either with us, the terrorist, that's them. He said, you're either with us, the terrorist, or you're with the other group. And that's the choice. You're either with the New World Order, who are the real terrorists, or you're with the freedom fighters and the constitutionalists and the people that love liberty and national sovereignty and freedom that the government calls the terrorists. Now I ask you, who are the real terrorists? The New World Order or Alex Jones and Luke Radowski? New World Order are the terrorists, and everybody sees it and everybody knows it. So it's time for good men and women to stand up and say no. Because if we don't, we're going into tyranny, the likes of which the world has never seen. This is different than any film I've ever made. This it's about a 5 minutes short of 2 hours. And it is, I guess you can call it cinema verite because there's no voiceover. This is a film that everybody needs to see. And so when it comes out on DVD or on the web, I hope everybody out there spreads it. Because this is history we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. They were going to use 9/11 to totally enslave us. We are going to take their evil act and the poor people they murdered, and we're going to make their lives mean something.
Yeah!
And we're going to expose the really wicked. There's a mother who goes down to Ground Zero every weekend now because she's, the media used her dead son to push the New World Order. And she says, I'm here because he's my son, and they don't own him, and I'm taking him and his name back.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. God bless you all. Thank you for coming out. Here it is. True Chronicles.